Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking about India. So I'm going to be talking about it because my family is from India. Let's see. So this is just like to give you guys location of where it is. There's China. India is known as like the, I'm blanking. Okay, sorry. Okay, here's a fun little map of different places in India. So you'll see the Taj Mahal, which probably most people know. The Golden Temple, which I'm also going to be talking about, is also on this map. So the first one is going to be the Taj Mahal. So similar to the US, India is made up of states. So the Taj Mahal is located in Agra, which if you look on the map, it's located in the state that's pink, north near the top, and it was built in 1631. So it was built during the Mughal Empire, and Shah Jahan had three different wives, but Mumtaz Mahal was his absolute favorite. She died giving birth to his 14th child, and he decided that he loved her so much that he was going to build her this entirely white marble mausoleum for her. So this entire structure is built just for her. It took about 2 decades to build, and it kept up for the majority of the Mughal Empire, but once their reign ended and it started to deteriorate a little bit until the British colonized India. And then once the British colonized India, they decided to rebuild it and started to take care of it a lot more. So here's just another picture. You might recognize them. So nowadays it is a very large tourist attraction. It was a 2007 Natural Wonder of the World. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site from 1983. There have been a few problems with pollution since it is entirely white marble. It will get dirty very quickly. So the Supreme Court of India has actually put in anti-pollution acts to keep away factories and heavily smoked areas from the Taj Mahal to keep it pristine and keep it white. So the next one that I'm going to be talking about is the Golden Temple, and it's located in Punjab, India, which is actually where some of my family's from. So it was built in 1570 to the 1580s, and it's pretty much exactly what the name is. It is made from 750 kilograms of pure 24 karat gold. So just a little bit of the history of the Golden Temple. The findings of it are credited to a couple different people, but it was a very collaborative effort. So Sikhism is one of the most popular religions in India, and they wanted to build this Golden Temple so that all the Sikhs could find a common place to worship, and they wanted it to be very grand and very popular, and they wanted a lot of people to come. So that's why there were a lot of people involved in the making of it. So that's eventually how they carried it out. It took quite a while to build, but these are just two of the names of people credited with helping come up with the idea and the execution of the plan. So also in these pictures, you'll see everyone wearing head coverings. You won't see like people wearing shoes generally, because whenever you go into a temple, this is like common in Sikhism, Hinduism, and like a lot of different places in India, but it's kind of just a sign of like respect to like keep your head covered, take off shoes. Like if your feet are dirty, you should wash them. Whether you're Sikh or not, nowadays a lot of people come to visit and see the temple. As you saw in like the previous picture, some don't go inside, some choose to pray from the outside, but this is a very popular site in India. And then the next one is the River Ganges. So it's about 2,500 kilometers long, and it will stretch from the Himalayan mountains, which is in the northern part of India, to the Bay of Bengal, which is more in the southern part. So it stretches a long distance throughout India. A little bit just on the history is that the river is known as the embodiment of the goddess Ganga, and the Mahabharata, which is a old Indian epic. If you're familiar with like the Odyssey, that's like a Greek epic. It's similar concept. So there's a lot of variations about the mythology behind how the river was created, but It said that there was one of the variations is that there was a really large war, and then a lot of this king's soldiers died, and he called upon to Lord Rama to bring down Ganga to like wash away the dead bodies so that all the souls could go to heaven essentially. But she is very, very powerful, and they knew that it would basically flood all of India if she came down. So then they called upon Lord Shiva, and he had like massive hair, and he trapped her in his hair when they brought her down so that he could control the flow of water, which eventually became the river. So nowadays, it's a very sacred river. When people die, it's common in India for them to cremate their ashes because they believe that the soul is more powerful than the body and that the soul is really what matters. So people will put their cremated ashes into the river. A lot of times on very popular holidays, there can be millions of people in one day that will come to the river just to bathe in it. Because it's believed to wash away karma